Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great day. Today we are taking a deep dive into your love life. We're going to take a look at all of the current energies going on in your love life, and we'll get a little sneak peek into what's coming next. Today's video is a little different than the other ones on my channel because it is based on zodiac sign. So instead of seeing what card, crystal, charm, whatever is resonating with you, instead use your zodiac sign to guide your reading selection. You can use your sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus sign today because we are doing a love reading. So if you want to listen to just one of those or all four of those, it is entirely up to you. So today we have the first 6 signs of the zodiac, and the next 6 will be posted tomorrow. So if you have one of those zodiac signs, you can come back tomorrow and listen to those readings. But I'd still included oracle cards here, which you can see on the table, just to give an overall idea of what the theme of the reading will be, and that might actually help you decide if you want to listen to your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign reading. So let me go through. The oracle cards are all from the Flower Oracle. If you want to see more cards from this deck, I'll include another reading. And the tarot cards that I'm using today for the actual reading is the Shimmering Veil Tarot. I have also used this in a lot of other videos as well. If you want to know what the spread is going to be for today, I'm just going to do a simplified Celtic cross, just those first, 6 cards in the Celtic cross that examine all of the energies and what is coming in the near future. So let me show you the cards. For the Aries reading, the oracle card is the Preserver, collection, memory, and endurance. For Taurus, the Snowdrop, hope, daring, consolation. For Gemini, butterfly, delicacy, transformation, and laughter. For the Cancer reading, foxglove, magic, wildness, remedy. For the Leo reading, we have the violet, faithfulness, modesty, remembrance. And for Virgo, we have the Dahlia, discernment, boldness, and inner strength. So decide now which reading you'd like to listen to, your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. And again, if you have one of the last 6 zodiac signs, that's coming tomorrow, and listen to as many of these as you would like. If all 4 of your placements are in this reading, you can listen to all 4, and maybe you'll have a crazy amount of information to go off of base for your love life. So I hope you enjoy your reading. Remember to take what resonates, leave the rest, because some of the cards will have a few interpretations. So take the interpretation that applies to your situation, and I hope you gain some insight into your love life through your readings. Enjoy. Aries, welcome to your reading. We're going to do a deep dive into your love life, take a look at all of the energies going on, and we'll get a sneak peek at what might be coming for you in the near future. The oracle card for this reading, which is kind of like the overall theme, is Preserver, collection, memory, endurance. We're going to see how that pops up in your reading. Remember to take what resonates and leave the rest. And when I say that, I mean this is a collective reading, so I'm going to be providing a lot of interpretations for each card. You just have to take the one that applies to your situation and kind of ignore the rest of it. So I hope you enjoy your reading. Let's take a look. This is the challenge card, so I'm going to move this because we're going to look at that next. This first card is describing the energy in your love life right now, the current situation. 6 of Fire. I love that for you. 6 of Fire is all about triumph and breakthrough. Something really great might be happening in your love life right now, or something is playing out. If you've been manifesting the next step in your relationship or manifesting something in your love life, that is going to be playing out right now. You're going to experience the triumph, the success, the happiness from that, which is wonderful if that's the current energy. Let's take a look at the challenge. 10 of Fire. Okay, I think you might be worried that you're being a burden. Which does not make too much sense given that the current situation is going really well, and there's that, the triumph with the 6 of Fire underneath. But the challenge for you is just getting out of your own head and that idea of I'm being a burden and this other person doesn't want me, and there's a lot of paranoia involved, and there's struggle where there is none. I think most of it is in your head. There is no struggle, and we see that reflected in the actual current energy, which is the Six of Fire. It does not line up with that idea of being a burden and that paranoia. So this might be something that you could maybe work on. We'll see if this manifests in any other areas of your love life. Let's take a look at the conscious energy. So this might be something that you're thinking about or is very obvious in your love life right now. Nine of Water, another very positive card. I do not think that you're a burden or that there's a struggle right now, because this is also very positive. This is all about fulfillment and joy, expressing joy, and things feeling like they're just falling into place. Especially if you were manifesting something, you were like really reaping those rewards and enjoying that payoff right now. There is not much of a struggle that I'm seeing. Let's take a look at the unconscious energy. Queen of Earth reversed. Okay. Insecurity. This feeling of being a burden and this paranoia is rooted in this insecurity that you have. The Queen of Earth has a lot of bounty. Things go very well for her. She's like super domestic, deals with abundance and things like that. When it's reversed, it can mean that there's insecurity, that everything that's good is going to be snatched away from you. And perhaps that's where this Ten of Fire is coming into play. This energy that's happening unconsciously, you might want to think about and address here. I do have a reading on the channel all about insecurity. You can maybe check that out. That might help you get to the bottom of this insecurity. Let's take a look at something from the past that's impacting your love life currently. Six of Water. Okay, that is definitely preserver energy there. The Six of Water is all about cherished memories, childhood ideals. So you might have been really stuck on some experience that you had in the past that you kind of have rose-colored glasses about. It's very cherished, it's a happy memory, and it might have just been haunting you. Or it could be childhood ideas of what your love life should look like or what's going on in your love life. A lot of illusions coming from the past. Those things are still impacting you. And those things, the cherished memories, the nostalgia, the being stuck in the past is kind of impacting the relationship presently. Maybe this is something that you'll want to explore a little bit more. Let's take a look at something that might be coming for you in the near future. Again, the future, take it with a grain of salt. It changes all the time. Eight of Earth reversed. Okay. So be careful that this energy of I'm a burden, I'm paranoid about being a burden, that might turn into frustration. You putting in too much work to try to improve a situation that's already great. Six of Fire, great. Nine of Water, great. The situation's already great. You don't need to improve the situation anymore. Don't put in too much work into your love life. Don't give too much. And try not to overly plan things. Just try to enjoy the good energies that are going on and maybe address, some of these things that are challenging you. But overall, enjoy the good that's happening and try to focus on that instead. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading and I hope it resonated. If you'd like to listen to another one of your signs, so you remember you can do Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, you can go ahead and check out that reading now. Otherwise, thank you for spending some time with me today. And like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm a new channel and that really helps me out. And I hope you'll join me again in a future video. Taurus, welcome to your reading. Your oracle card was the Snowdrop, Hope, Daring, Consolation. We'll see how this theme plays out in your reading. Again, we're going to get a deep dive into all of the energies that are at play in your love life right now and a little sneak peek about what might be coming next. Remember to take what resonates here and leave the rest. I might offer a few interpretations of each card. Because this is a collective reading, you just have to take the one that is applying to your current situation. And again, if you want to hear more, feel free to listen to one of the other readings for one of your other signs. Again, you can use Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's get into it. I'm going to move this because this is the challenge card. We're going to look at that next. This is your current situation in love life right now. Nine of Earth reversed. Okay, you have a little bit of a limited worldview right now about your love life. You might be too focused on the physical, the material things in your love life. and there's a little bit of emotional or spiritual neglect happening. Let's take a look at the challenge for you right now. Okay, Seven of Water. You're being presented with a lot of choices, a lot of paths forward, a lot of options right now. But do you know what you really want? Are you perhaps stuck in a fantasy? Are you doing what's easy instead of what's right? Those are all questions for you to think about. The challenge is going to be figuring out what it is that you really want and actually committing to that path. Let's take a look at the conscious energy. So this is something obvious that might be going on in your love life. It could be what you're thinking about. It could be anything like that. Judgment. Okay, so you are at the start of like this new cycle, this rebirth. You have maybe realized the truth about something, or the truth about your love life is being illuminated for you right now. And you're being called to change something. And now is the time for you to really do that final push, right? Judgment is the last card before the World, and the World is really the closing of the cycle, the closing of the chapter. You're right there. You just have to do that final push and like surrender to the process and surrender to the change. That's what's happening with the conscious energy. Let's take a look at the unconscious. Page of Water. Okay, so a little bit under the surface, this is what's going on. You do have hope for like a new love or a renewed love, and maybe you've gone through a little bit of an emotional winter recently, so maybe not much has been going on in your love life, or things have been feeling a little cold, a little isolated, and you are ready for this change to happen, this new beginning to happen. But what's also going on with this energy is that it's youthful and therefore a little naive. So keep that in mind. Let's take a look at something from the past that's influencing the present in your love life. Eight of Fire reversed. Okay. In the past, your love life might have had a lot of frenetic energy, a lot of stuff going on, things changing quickly, and it might have just been really frustrating because things were moving fast and it was hard to keep track of really what was going on in your love life. And I think that this frenetic energy is really influencing things now, especially if you are being presented with a lot of options and a lot of paths forward. You might not be used to having time to pause and really think about what it is that you want, because things have been so fast and so frenetic in the past. But it's important to know that now you should take the time, slow down, take the time and really figure out what it is that you want. Don't move too quickly into the next thing. You don't want this blockage, this energy to carry forward with you. Now is the time to really figure out what it is that you want, because this is kind of like a crossroads card. How are you going to move forward? You definitely want to figure that out. Let's take a look at what might be coming next in the near future. Again, take this with a grain of salt, because the future changes all the time. So this is just one possibility. Three of Fire. Okay. You might be presented with an opportunity to express yourself creatively, and you need to use the energy that's happening in your love life to fuel your creative gifts and express yourself. So however you express yourself creatively, whatever your hobbies and interests are, use the energy in your love life to fuel that and fuel your creative activities. You have a talent here, give it freely. The energy of the Three of Fire, is definitely to give freely. If you have the opportunity to express yourself, if you have the opportunity to give in the near future, express yourself and give. Okay. All right, there's definitely some snowdrop energy going on in all these other cards. I can see why this was your thematic card. Okay. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Remember, you can listen to the readings for your other signs. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you want to hear more, feel free to check out one of your other readings. Otherwise, thank you for spending some time with me today. I appreciate you being here and trusting me with this reading. And like and subscribe if you haven't already, or leave a comment. I am a new channel, so all that engagement really helps me. And I hope I'll see you again in another video. Gemini, let's get into it. We're going to discover all of the energies going on in your love life right now. Your oracle card was Butterfly, Delicacy, Transformation, and Laughter. We're going to see how that theme plays out in your reading. and we're going to take a sneak peek at what's coming in the near future. Remember to take what resonates and leave the rest. I say that because I might offer a few interpretations for the same card. You just have to take the one that applies to your current situation. Remember, you can always listen to the readings for all your other signs: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So after this reading, if you want to check one of those out, feel free. I'm going to move this because we're going to take a look at that next. We'll start with the current energy in your love life right now. 7 of Earth. You might be walking into a little bit of an unknown, a little bit of a frightening situation right now, but you're trying to be curious. You're trying to be daring. You did, in fact, walk into that situation. You're trying to leave your comfort zone. Things outside of your control are also playing out right now. So perhaps, you've been pushed out of your comfort zone by some outside force. Let's take a look at the challenge. 10 of Earth. Okay, so there might be issues around family right now in your love life. There might be issues that are more material issues. So think like house, home, finances, and you might be a little too focused on your own welfare. You're kind of wrapped up in the idea of like, what's best for me? Where do I want to go? It's very like I-focused, centered thinking. That's actually impeding you in this situation. You might want to bring the focus off of yourself a little bit, because especially within a love context, there's always another party involved. So you might want to bring the focus off of yourself. Let's take a look at the conscious energy. This could be like what's happening that's very obvious in your love life or what you're thinking about right now. 10 of Water reversed. Okay, so there might be some thinking that you are incapable of love or incapable of commitment. You might feel like you're holding back, or this could be the other person. Maybe if you're involved in a romantic situation right now, you might be feeling that from the other person. You might be feeling like there's some deceit happening. Again, or this could be all on your end. Maybe you're feeling like you're holding back. Maybe you feel like you're incapable of love and commitment, and maybe you feel like you're hiding something. Could be either. Again, you'll have to take what resonates there. Let's take a look at the unconscious energy. So something that's kind of bubbling away underneath the surface that's affecting all of this. Death reversed. So change is happening, and I think that's why you're kind of being forced outside of your comfort zone. And the 10 of Earth is about thinking about your life journey, where you're going, where you've come from. And I think the fact that this transformation that has been bubbling away under the surface is probably the cause of these things happening in the present, but you're being resistant to it. There's a rigidity here, a resistance to the change, and maybe even a drive towards destruction. When things might get frightening for you or overwhelming, you might just have the urge to self-sabotage and blow everything up, and that has been bubbling away under the surface. Let's take a look. Oh, wait, this definitely has to do with this energy of transformation. Let's take a look at something from the past that's impacting your present. 5 of Water, that's definitely the breakup card, the sadness, the pain, the sorrow, the loss, the isolation card. So there was an instance in your life where you were alone. You were very isolated. You were dealing with a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow, a big loss. And that's actually still impacting things. Perhaps that's why you feel like you're incapable of love and commitment, because of what you experienced in this situation. Let's take a look at the near future. Remember to take this with a grain of salt. The future changes all the time. So yeah, 5 of Air. Okay, that is definitely the danger card. I think you're going to have to face your fear about something, and you're going to be the one facing it alone. You're going to have to face your fear. If you don't, it's going to lead you to anger and resentment. Let me get another card here just to give you some extra advice about this situation. Okay. The Universe. Remember, when you face this situation, you have gone through an entire journey. Your whole life has been a journey up to that moment. You've evolved and you've changed, and you need to bring that awareness into that situation where you have to face your fear. You're not the person that you once were. You've changed and you've evolved, and you need to bring that awareness into this situation. Also, remind yourself that when it comes to love and your love life, it is not just about you. There is love there. There is a connection there. There's a possibility for a new beginning after this like scary fear-facing situation, which just makes sense considering this 7 of air underneath, which is about walking into the unknown. There's a new beginning after that, and a beginning where there's union. This card, this is called the universe, which is the world in other decks. But in this deck, the universe has this connotation of like deep connection and oneness with other people. So keep that in mind as you face that situation. Okay, I hope I didn't talk in circles too much, and I hope that the reading resonated for you. If it did, leave a like and subscribe. Comment if you want to as well. I'm a new channel. That really helps me out. And feel free to go listen to the readings for your other signs. Remember, you can do sun, moon, rising, or Venus. And thank you for joining me and trusting me to do this reading for you. I hope I'll see you again in another video. Cancer, welcome to your reading. We're going to take a deep dive into your love life, take a look at all of the energies going on right now, and we'll get a sneak peek at what might be coming for you in the near future. Your oracle card was Foxglove, Magic, Wildness, and Remedy. I'm interested to see how those themes play out in your reading. Remember, if you want, you can listen to your other readings because you can do Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus for this. You can listen to multiple if you'd like. Remember to take what resonates as well and leave the rest. So that means if I give a lot of different interpretations for a card, you just have to take what applies to your situation because this is more of a collective reading. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to move this because this is the challenge card. Take a look at the current situation in your love life. 4 of water reversed. There might be some self-sabotage happening here, some self-destruction. Really quite negative right now. I think, that might be, the negativity might be what's causing the self-sabotage and the self-destruction. Let's take a look at the challenge because that might give us some more information on this situation. Ace of water is the challenge. So might be dealing with a lot of overwhelming emotions and to the point where you just kind of want to shut off and not really connect with your emotions. And a situation in your love life might have gone wrong recently. Ace of water is usually about a new love, but when it's in a challenging position, it can be that didn't work out or there was some kind of loss in your love life, and that is the challenge for you. Perhaps that's what's fueling the negativity, fueling the self-sabotage. Let's take a look at the conscious energy. So that might be what is obviously happening in your love life right now, or it could be what you've been thinking about, and you have the Page of Air. Okay, you are fighting right now, like fighting for your love life, fighting for something better. You may be feeling a little bit of insecurity, and you're really trying to ground yourself, and that insecurity might be also in play with this self-sabotage going on. Page of Air is also about communication. So you might be trying to communicate what's going on in your love life with people in your love life, or they might be trying to communicate with you right now. Communication is at play here. Let's take a look at the unconscious energy. So this is something that might be bubbling away underneath the surface, might not be something that you're paying as much attention to. Ace of Earth. Okay, that is a good sign. There is a new opportunity coming that's bubbling underneath the surface. Maybe you haven't even realized it yet. The Ace of Earth has to do with abundance, so it's definitely a good opportunity. And the Ace of Earth in this deck is also an energy of manifestation. So you do have the potential to manifest something right now if you want to, but it's not something that you're doing or you've really acknowledged yet, but that energy, that power is there. Let's take a look at something from your past that's impacting the present. King of Earth. Okay, this could mean 2 things. This could be a person from your past, or this could be a past energy that you yourself had. King of Earth, masculine energy, and doesn't have to be a man, right? It could be a man, but it's more of a masculine energy. And I'm gonna, maybe an earth sign, and I'll describe this and you can figure out if it's you or if it's another person, perhaps in your love life from your past that you maybe haven't let go of yet. The King of Earth is powerful, ambitious, wealthy, logical, traditional, and practical. So this could be an attitude that you've had towards love in the past that, you know, you've brought with you into the present moment, or this could be a person in, you know, you're in a romantic situation with them from your past that you maybe are bringing into your present moment as well. Let's take a look at the near future. Take this with a grain of salt. Changes all the time. Who knows what's going to happen? 9 of water reversed. So in the near future, you might want to watch out for a lack of alignment between your wishes and your reality, especially if there is this energy of manifestation going on. It might not align right away, and you might overreact to that. You might just be trying too hard. You know, manifestations take a while. Don't overreact if it doesn't work out right away, and just try not to put too much energy in it. Just kind of let it flow on its own. Let me get another card here just to give you some additional advice about this. Okay, 5 of Earth. All right. So it's going to be a hard path forward, but you got to get through it because it's for the best, and there's something better for you on the other side. And you can see that there's 2 people here in this card, whatever that means to you. Someone might be going through this journey with you. And this card can also be about leaving and walking away. You can see they're walking away from their home. So you might have to walk away from a situation that's no longer serving you. And this card can also be about like an actual move. So like moving home, changing jobs, changing your scenery, like actual leaving. So keep that in mind. I hope the reading resonated. If it did, leave a like and subscribe. I'm a new channel that really helps me out. Feel free to let me know what's going on in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. Remember, if you want to listen to the signs, the readings for your other signs, because you can do sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Feel free to do that. And the part 2 will be posted tomorrow. Thank you for spending some time with me today and for trusting me to do this reading for you. I hope I'll see you again in a future video. Leo, welcome to your reading. Your oracle card was Violet, faithfulness, modesty, and remembrance. Let's see how those themes play out in your reading. We're going to take a deep dive into your love life, all of the current energies at play, and we'll get a sneak peek at what might be coming next. Before we get into it, remember to take everything with a grain of salt, take what resonates. There might be a few different interpretations for each of the cards because this is more of a collective reading. Just take what applies to you and forget about the rest. If you want to listen to your other placements after this reading, so you can do your sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, and Venus sign if you want to for this. Feel free to do that after this reading. Let me move this because this is the challenge and we'll look at that next. But we're going to start with the current energy in your love life. 6 of Fire. That is all about triumph, breakthrough, manifestation. So something is going really well for you in your love life right now. You feel like you've won. You feel like you've triumphed. Maybe you've had some kind of a breakthrough in a relationship. If you're manifesting something, you know, you might finally start to be seeing signs of that manifestation coming through. Let's take a look at the challenge, though. Queen of Air. Okay, this could be 2 things. This could be a part of yourself that is causing you problems, or this could be another person. Queen of Air, think air sign, think feminine energy. This person, quick to anger, and that anger is often misdirected. When they get angry, you know, they don't actually target their anger at the source of it. You know, everybody kind of gets yelled at. There might be some denial going on, some pettiness, and just general kind of destructive behavior. If that sounds like you, then it might be you, but this might be a person involved in your love life as well. Let's take a look at the conscious energy. This is something that might be obviously happening in your love life, or it could be, you know, what you've been thinking about. Page of Water. Okay. I guess you're a Leo, so I don't know. Page of Water is a water sign, another feminine energy. Again, this could be you or this could be another person in your love life. Page of Water is a little naive. They really want love and they really want connection, and they're sometimes willing to overlook some of the negative things in order to get it. And they've been through a little bit of an emotional winter, and they just kind of want to come out of it and go into something better. Could be you, because things might be going well for you in your love life right now. Let's take a look at the unconscious energy. This is something that's kind of bubbling under the surface. Magician. That makes sense, especially with this manifestation energy and that 6 of fire. Your personal path is opening up to you. It might just not be super obvious because it's an unconscious energy. There is a new opportunity brewing again, but it might not be obvious right now. And you have the potential to turn this new opportunity into anything you want. Again, if you have been manifesting something, it is coming through, because you have these placements, these cards, in the current placement and in the unconscious. So that manifestation is coming through, but you still have the opportunity to shape it into whatever you want it to be. And you maybe want to bring that more into the conscious energy instead of letting this manifestation play out a little bit more unconsciously. Let's take a look at the past. So this is something from the past that's affecting your present. King of Air. Okay, the partner to this Queen of Air. Again, this could be you, or it could be another person in your love life. Think masculine, think air sign. The King of Air is intelligent, entertaining, cultured, interesting. They're very prominent at work. They might have an important job. This person might be somebody from your past that you're having a hard time letting go of, or they're just really impacting your love life and impacting your current situation. Or this could be an attitude of yours that you've had that's somehow impacting the situation. It would make sense if this is somebody else from your past, though, especially since this is a love life reading. That inability to let go of this person might be kind of impacting what's going on right here. Let's take a look at the near future. Take this with a grain of salt, because the future changes all the time. Who truly knows what's going to happen? So 5 of Earth. Okay, 5 of Earth is an enforced move. You can see that there's 2 people walking away. So you and maybe one other person in your love life might be having to change locations or move somewhere. Think moving jobs or moving home. And there's going to be some altered circumstances. And you're really going to want to be prepared for this, because this can sometimes have negative consequences, and especially in this context, it would be on your love life. So you want to be prepared in order to limit those negative consequences. Let me pull another card so we can see how you can prepare yourself and be prepared. Queen of Fire. Okay, follow your intuition and follow your gut with this situation. I think in this case, the Queen of Fire is the same connotation as these kind of cards about the manifestation and being very powerful and being able to create whatever she wants. You can see she's got this energy between her hands, this lightning bolt. You do hold a lot of power in this situation, and you need to be more aware of it. It's operating in the unconscious right now. You need to be a little bit more focused on what you want to create, and follow your intuition. If you feel like something is off, it probably is off. And if you feel like you should follow a certain path, you probably should. Your intuition and your gut is going to be right in this circumstance. Okay, I wish you the best. I hope your reading resonated. Let me know in the comments what's going on if you feel comfortable sharing, and leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm a new channel, so that really helps me out. Thank you for spending some time with me today and for trusting me with this reading. I hope I'll see you again in a future video. Virgo, welcome to your reading. Your oracle card was the Dahlia, discernment, boldness, and inner strength. Let's see how these themes play out in your reading. We're going to do a deep dive into your love life, all of the current energies. We'll also get a sneak peek of the near future. But before we get into it, I just want to remind you that make sure you take what resonates, because I might offer a few interpretations of each card. You have to take the one that applies to your situation and just kind of forget about the other ones, because this is a collective reading. And after this reading, if you're curious to hear the readings for your other signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, feel free to check those out. Remember, part 2 will be out tomorrow. Enough yapping, let's get into, sneak peek of that. I'm going to talk about that next. That's so funny that happened. Words. That's so funny that happened. This is the current energy in your love life. The Empress. How nice. Okay. So there is abundance, there is love, there is joy in your life right now. But I do think it's because you're pouring a ton of energy into your love life and a ton of energy into making sure there's abundance and love and joy. That is kind of the implication with the Empress, especially in this deck, that things are going really well, but it's because you're putting in a ton of work. Also, if motherhood, pregnancy is at play for you here, this card is also indicative of that, but I know that does not apply to everybody. This is your challenge, which flipped itself over. Queen of Fire, running on empty. So I do think that you are pouring in so much energy into your love life, into this like situation, and you might end up running on empty, and that might be the challenge that you're going to face. Some of the energy you can't give to everybody. You do have to reserve some energy for yourself and some self-care. Let's take a look at the conscious energy. So this is something that might be like clearly, obviously happening in your love life right now, or something that you're thinking about. Four of Earth reversed. There's some fear going on. Fear of losing what you have. Maybe that's why you're pouring so much energy into it. You're very afraid of it being taken from you, and it's made you a little possessive. Let's take a look at the unconscious energy, see what's bubbling underneath the surface. This is something that's going on that you're maybe not as aware of. Four of Fire, another four. Okay, this energy is one of coming home. So there is something very good bubbling underneath the surface. The Four of Fire is a very lovely energy. It's about being at home, finding your home, the conclusion of a very long search. If you maybe are like rekindling a relationship with a person from your past, this could be it. This could be just about being with your family, enjoying your family, or it could be about, family in the sense that like, your spouse could be your family, or your partner could be your family, things like that. But if you feel like you've been on this very long journey in your love life, it is reaching its conclusion in a positive way. And that's something that's bubbling underneath the surface. Let's take a look at something from your past that's impacting your present situation. Ace of Air. So, something in the past really made you open your mind. You gained a new perspective on something. You gained clarity about a situation. You saw the truth about a situation. And maybe perhaps that new perspective helped you solve some kind of a problem in your love life. And that perspective, that open-mindedness that you gained is currently impacting the present situation in your love life. Let's take a look at the near future. Remember, take this with a grain of salt. The future's changing all the time. Nine of Air reversed. Okay. In the near future, there's going to be an incident where you just kind of accept the difficult things that you've gone through. You kind of are just accepting the pain, accepting the sorrow, accepting the loss that you've experienced, because it's brought you a lot of self-knowledge. You've learned a lot from those experiences, and I think you might realize that in the near future. This is also about a period of isolation coming to an end, which makes sense considering this energy unconsciously, right, is one of coming home and rejoining the people that you love. And then the Empress, right? You can feel isolated in a room full of people. So if you've been feeling isolated because you've maybe been pouring a ton of energy into a situation and I don't know if you've been seeing that returned, that's wonderful. But if you haven't, maybe that's made you feel a little isolated. That's going to come to an end, and a lot of life and color and joy are going to be coming back into your life in the near future. So that's very exciting. Very excited for you. All right, I hope your reading resonated. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm a new channel, and that really helps me out. Feel free to let me know what's going on in your life in the comments. I love to read the comments and see what you guys are up to. Thank you for joining me today and trusting me with this reading. I hope I'll see you again in a future video.